Hey Kenneth, I'm gonna let some people pop on before I start heading out here. Try to fix this gimbal up a little bit. Just get it a little bit straight, and then we're gonna head out on these walls. I am on top of the world right now. I'm pretty close to the sun. Any closer to that heat and that light source, and I'd burn up, because the spirituality and the godliness and the beauty here, the history, just the bullet marks right there. The bullet marks from the wars from 48 on that represent our freedom. And then the slits where the watchmen on the walls used to fire the arrows and dump the oil on the invaders. And how many times has this place been invaded and destroyed? And now, well, now we have Israeli police wearing the Star of David over their heart, ready and willing to die and sacrifice everything, including all of their lives, for the sake of Jerusalem. So, I ask you, have you forgotten Jerusalem? If I forget the "Oh, Jerusalem" isn't just something you put on the wall. It's a nice little plate that you got from the Christian Quarter. It's a way of life, because Jerusalem truly represents God's home on earth. And in order to emulate God's home on earth, you have to emulate what God wanted here in Jerusalem, the temples. So let's go look at some unity, because I'm watching Jerusalem flourish right now with Israelis. I'm watching Jerusalem crawl with the people of Israel. There's no tourists here. And it saddens me when I hear Jews calling themselves tourists when they come to Israel. You're not a tourist here, you're home. Check it out. These walls, right here. You have to defend these walls. You have to protect these walls, because they're still standing, waiting for you to come and reclaim it. But you have to possess Israel. You can't just hope that it happens. So walk these walls with me. Check out where we're headed, to the north side. This side closes at 5 p.m. So that gives me an hour and 20 minutes to get to the churches. It allows me to oversee the Damascus Gate and what's called the Muslim Quarter. Even though obviously this is Yerushalayim Ir HaKodesh, our eternal capital. This is the Jewish homeland. It can't be divided into quarters. It can't be divided into sections. It can't be handed out as a prize for terror to insane maniacs. Nope. Them walls right here are for you, my nation. That's it. Just for you. So come and possess them. What do you want? You want a tour of Jerusalem? Excuse me while I yawn. Go look on YouTube and find 1,000,000 tours of Jerusalem. You want to feel Yerushalayim Ir HaKodesh in your lev, in your heart? Then come walk these walls with me. That's unity. Check this view out. Wow, 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 wow. Wow. Yerushalayim Shel Zahav. Tell me you wouldn't stand on these walls and protect against invaders, foreign and domestic. But what does it mean to stand on the walls here? It doesn't mean that we're Vikings and all we rely on is our strength. If that were the case, the Jewish nation wouldn't exist today. Or we'd be relegated to a museum. No, our strength doesn't come from these walls. Our strength comes from our unity and our truth in what we are, in who we are, and what we represent to the world. Which is why so many watching aren't even Jews right now. We have Christians watching, we have Muslims watching from all over the world as I talk from the center of the universe. Why? Because they understand what this place means. And they stand by the 100 million every week with Israeli flags, and they chant, and they sing, and they praise God. They may do it differently than we do in our synagogues, but they have our backs, and they are with us shoulder to shoulder. So I ask you, my fellow Jews, Are you willing to scale these walls to make them your own? Not just come, stay in a nice hotel like the King David across the street, and then go back to what you call home. Are you willing to own this? It isn't a question anymore. Every time you read the Psalms, every time you learn Torah, every time you pray, if you go to a synagogue, if you open up any type of prayer book, Jerusalem, Israel, all of these cities are mentioned as if they are your greatest friend and ally, as if you grew up with them. You feel it, you know it, it's palpable. You've created these stories in your head. Watch your head. But in truth, they're not stories. They're not just parables to live by. This land was chosen for a reason. And that reason isn't only the physical magnificence that this land possesses. No way. Because if that were the case, then God would have given us Fiji. It's because of the godliness that exists here. Or our Muslim neighbors, cousins, wouldn't be willing to strap suicide bomb vests on in order to kill us for it. Go ahead, say they don't love the land, but that's what they're willing to do to achieve it. They're willing to go out every day and farm the fields and take what is yours in your face, and then if you argue or file a suit against them, they file a suit against you in the Israeli Supreme Court and they win. Why? Because we're not united. That's it. So we haven't earned it yet, which is why our temple doesn't exist yet. Nothing new. All this has been said before. Over and over and over again. So how many times is it going to take you to wake you up? Look around you. I stand on the walls that are built. I stand in the city that was built to protect you and your future. This is King David's home. This is King Solomon's playground. This is your heritage and inheritance. Let's go walk. Let's go see some beautiful sights. And then we're gonna toss some really cool stickers over the Muslim section, only out of peace and love. I have no hatred for anybody. So I just want to make sure that our Arab neighbors realize how much America and Israel stand in unity. So I brought some stickers sent to me by the fabulous Claudia Goman. You can check her out on Facebook, Israel's #1 supporter. And we're just gonna show our love by tossing a few of these over. You know, like a confetti parade in New York City. Die-nine-a-night, bum 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 bum. Look at this. Oh, it's glorious. I'm in love with you, Israel. Go ahead and say it, it's okay. Your spouse won't mind. I am in love with you, Israel. Say it. I love Israel. Say it. Come on, don't be afraid. Yeah, they're afraid. You can't be afraid to open your mouth. I think we should scream Shema Yisrael from the ramparts, and then I think we should take a block from here and put it as the cornerstone foundation of the third temple, because I think the world needs a Caleb. I think a world here needs somebody who's willing to go straight into the sea with zero hesitations, or face the giants of Hebron with zero hesitations. You know why? Because what are you hesitating for? When God instructs you to do it, you do it. And when we don't do it, we face this predicament where one of our own was stabbed almost to death, maybe to death today, an hour and a half ago. Or where our soldiers are having blocks thrown at their head. Or when we have a minority of this country demanding that we turn ourselves into a state that sells its soul and its heritage for not even a bowl of lentils, for a bowl of poison. What a shame. Oh, we're heading towards Damascus Gate, a place where I've seen many, many attacks, unfortunately, on police officers and civilians. Check it out, Christmas time. What? I think you guys have your holidays mixed up. I'm a Jew and I know it ain't Christmas right now. Come on now. You gotta get it right. I guess that's their Christmas tree storage spot. Let's take a look. Hold on, a little breather. This is right over the Christian Quarter here. Anybody who's been to Israel, if you've walked here, you'll understand where I am right now by seeing it from the inside. Well, now you're seeing it from above. I'm assuming most of you have done this walk before. If you've been here, it's not new to you. But what might be new is injecting it with a little bit of love, light, Torah, Zionism, and passion. And not just, if you look over here, you'll see a church. If you look over here, you'll see another. Bueller. Come on. This is the land that requires soul. Am Yisrael Chai is right. All day, every day. At the Church of Notre Dame, where some heavy fighting took place. A lot of Jewish boys went in there to clear out Jordanian soldiers who were willing to kill us because we were Jews. Shoot us in the head if we dared walk down this street and dared enter Jerusalem, our eternal capital. Their snipers would shoot us in the head. And now look at what we have. We're getting there, guys. Takes time. Look at this gate right here. Damascus gate is a little farther. Let's keep going. I don't want to run out of time. Let's check this out. Bum, ba, ba, bum. Let's see. Y'all know why there's a moon on top of the mosques and minarets? It's because in the days when Muhammad started converting or killing people to become Muslim, there were a lot of moon worshippers back then. And it's not unique to Islam. But in order to gather people towards a religion in the area that you're in, you have to tell them, look, we also do the same thing you do. We're cool. Just like they wanted to do with Jews. They said, you know, look, we also want to keep Yom Kippur. And they started it, but then they turned it into Ramadan, a 30-day fast, because one day is not enough. All right, let's keep going. And if I'm wrong, sue me. I couldn't give a damn. All right, let's keep rolling. Oh, this is pretty. We need Torah, Jews, and unity. That's exactly it. But we also need the nations. We need, I mean, come on. Like, here, let me straighten this gimbal out before I flip out. I'm so not a tech guy. Here we go. What we really need is for all the nations to wake up. We need Americans to wake up. Wake up. Band together. We need Europeans to start having babies and wake up and stop hating on Israel. But guess what? I don't think any of that's going to happen. I think the only refuge that my family and myself and our people have is right here in Israel. Sorry, guys. Thank you. Here, let's get down this path. There's Mount Scopus right ahead of us, which is cool. And then you have the Damascus gate coming up. Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that picture with the moon in the church. Isn't that beautiful? What a great picture. Let me see if I can zoom it in for you. All right, let's keep going. I don't want to block people. This is like the speed tour. Uh-oh. Who are these guys? Let's bypass them. What's up, guys?
Am I on the camera?
You are in the camera. I hope you're not wanted by the FBI. They're gonna find you. Sorry, you're busted. I could hear them talking before about Palestinians and he's European, the other guy. Ugh, yuck. Vomit. Vomit, barf. Yuck. Haters of Jews coming and walking these hills. It should be illegal. They should be stopped at the border and turned around and kicked the heck out. We got no place for that garbage here. None. Zero. Welcome to prison. I Guess they don't want me going up there. This is beautiful here. All right, we're really approaching Damascus Gate soon. Let me get this lower for you. There we go. A lot of you recognize this street. Now let's keep going. What do we have here? Nope, no room for hate or evil. You got that right. And guys, I am seeing your comments. I'm just trying to look around as I'm walking. So thank you for commenting, and please share this with people who might want to be here. Oh, look at the grapes, the grapevines. It's grape harvest right now all over Israel in certain, look at this beauty. Absolutely gorgeous and peaceful. Gorgeous. Gorgeous land. I'm Yisrael Chai, and we're going to shout it over the Muslim quarter as loud as we can. Yee-hoo! Yeehaw! As we say. Just to breathe this air. I haven't been up here in years, maybe since my bar mitzvah. I'm only 19 now, so that was only 6 years ago. Let's see what's here. Let's see. God, I wish I could have been here in 1967 to take this place over. I would have loved it. Loved it. Oop, I missed my spot here. What I love is the rooftops of Jerusalem. All the different rooftops. And they used to say in America, a squirrel, really back in the old days, in that land in North America, a squirrel could be able to hop from tree to tree, from one coast to the other. And here, the rooftops of Jerusalem, it's very similar. You can almost hop from one rooftop to the other throughout the quarters. So even though there is separation, obviously it's religious separation, there's still unity. Meaning we're still physically connected even if we try to separate. And we definitely do. We try to separate quite often from those who try to kill us. But here they are, right here. We can't separate from them. Why? Why? Because we're not ready yet. Let's see this. Visible about 0.7 kilometers to the north is a building with a tower built in Italian, Florentine style. This is the Italian hospital. Okay, that's awesome. There it is. Oh, mamma mia! Gorgeous. God, I'm hungry for pizza and linguine. There's a statue. We're not really supposed to have statues in this land. I mean, not really. Like, according to the Torah, we're supposed to get rid of statues. So, I don't know. Let's see here. Beautiful green grass. Oh, look at the apartheid, everybody. This is perfect. I'm like a fly on the wall, literally. Or a Jew on the wall, as they would say down there. Look at the apartheid, the horrible treatment of the Arabs. I mean, here's the guy sunbathing. Obviously, he was just struck dead by an IDF soldier. He was shot, you can tell. I mean, that's what the BBC and Al Jazeera and CNN and all the other alphabet soups of morons would say. And these women are obviously part of the Israeli slave trade for Arab women. Obviously, they're suffering and they don't have equality. I mean, that's the ridiculousness that they would spin right now. That's how sick it's become for 50 years, which is why so many of your children or grandchildren or neighbors' children and grandchildren despise Israel, because they've been told that Israel is a place of poison. Yet Israel is a place of green grass, equality, light, freedom, everything. Go ahead and ask those women right there. I dare any of you, if they would cut up their Israeli citizenship ID card today in protest of Israel's brutal nature against the Arabs, and the answer is lo, le, niet, no. Hell no. You think they're gonna go live under the PLO? Are you crazy? They have the best lives in the world, and they know it, which is why nearly 2 million Israeli Arabs have never cut up their Israeli ID cards, or their free schooling, or free university, or their national insurance card, or their monthly payments for having 12 children. Seriously, this is not hate, this is just reality. I don't hate them for being Muslim. Are you kidding me? I hate people who lie about Israel. I hate them, and I do not forgive them, and I will not turn a cheek. I will stand up against them, and I will fight them until my last breath. And if you don't, that's your decision. We all have choices to make. I've made mine. Love these arrow slits. How cool. A little modern day would be a sniper hole here, but back then, man, they're shooting arrows out of here. You've got a great view of the road coming up, and you've got the minimum ability for somebody to be able to hit you back. You can fire and just go to your left or right, and you're completely covered. Pretty cool. Where's my archers? Where's my arrow deer hunters out here? Come on now. We need your help. All right, I'm gonna sprint. Luckily, I have a gimbal. You just have to be back at the exit by 5 o'clock. If not, I'm spending the night out here, which I would love, by the way. And I got a spare battery. Let's see what's here. Let me just spy on people here. Oh, look at that beautiful dog. Just beautiful. All right, running. Running. Forget how slippery these stones are. Y'all know what it feels like to walk on these stones. They're slick because they've been walked on for thousands of years. All right, let me get this gimbal rebalanced. Here we go. I've got the sun in my eyes on the screen right now. It's hard for me to see your comments, but please share this with people that you know love Israel. And guys, you see trees everywhere. We know there's growth in Israel. We know we want to be a part of growth in Israel. So how can you do it? I'm about to release a video that I made with the help of two of my greatest friends, Sean and Mikey Benjamin, who made Aliyah to Israel with their beautiful children, and they've been my partners in helping with what we do at Unity Warriors to help our soldiers and paramedics and security teams all over Israel. So go to rootsofredemption.org and pick up a couple to a dozen to 100 olive trees to plant with us over Bethlehem on Sunday, September 13th. Live. This is how you can really be a part of what we do. Support our efforts. I have soldiers contacting me every single day, begging me for the best upgraded protective gear in the world. I need your help. Check this out. Watch this. Y'all ready? Okay, so we can go get some shawarma, falafel. Here, more apartheid at work. Shalom. Hello. It's okay. You can talk back to me. Don't worry. Your husband's not around. He won't kill you for talking to me. Say hello. Say salam. No? Okay. I guess they don't like talking to strangers. I don't blame them. But look at this view. Bum, 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 bum. Now, see that? You see that? Let me do a little backwards here. All right, let me turn around. All right, so the gold that's behind me right now. You look at it and you say, if you're a Jew or a Christian that understands the way things run, you say, I wish that was the temple. Or you say, I wish that wasn't there. If you're a Muslim, you say, I wish I could go visit there and pray there. Different perspectives on the same thing. Because in reality, we're all searching godliness, some in different ways than the other. It's just the truth. But that gold is there for a reason. You want to hear why? This is a thought that came to me when I was studying with my rabbi, Rabbi Ephraim Greenblatt, may he rest in peace, who was one of the leading rabbis of his generation in Memphis, Tennessee, throughout the world. And as we were discussing the Gold Dome, we were discussing Yerushalayim, we were discussing the prayers, a thought came to me that there's a reason why pure gold was placed exactly over that spot. Not in a different spot, not 10 meters to the right or left, but pure gold was placed directly over that spot. Let me hear from you why. Now I can see. Why do you think there's pure gold there? Now you can say because when Muslims conquer an area, they put a mosque or some type of dome on top to show that they have ownership, and a lot of times they use gold. But right here on the Temple Mount, which the Arabs here, which they deny that this exists as the temple, they call it, I think, Al-Maqdasi. Mikdash, Beit HaMikdash. Hello? Ridiculous. That gold is there to remind us of something, not to look at it and spit. God forbid. There's a lot of beautiful Muslims who would stand up with us right now to remove evil from the world so they can celebrate their religion and God. I know them personally. They fight here against radical Islam. But that's not the place for this. There is no connection to Islam in Jerusalem. Never is it mentioned in the Quran, not once, not twice, not chicken soup and rice. 0.0. The only time that Israel is mentioned in the Quran is when Allah warns them to never try to take this land from God's chosen people. It's written exactly like that. And have the Muslims received any blessing in the last 60 years? 70 years? No. They have faced death, destruction, inner strife. Their kingdoms have collapsed, but those that have joined Israel, even behind the scenes, their kingdoms have risen. Amazing, isn't it? So what does that gold represent to us? Go on. What was placed exactly in that spot during our two temples? Well, I think it was during one temple. No, two temples. The Holy of Holies. And what was the Holy of Holies made out of? One pure block of gold. One. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. One. And what was on top of that one pure block of gold? Two baby-faced angels. And what would they do? They would face each other and they would hug when we were what? Unified. Unified. You understand? Unified. And when we're not unified, what happens? It turns into a mosque. What happens is we get thrown out of our land. We get divorced from this land and we get sent for 2,000 years to be slaves to others so we can build up their economy. So we can build our palaces in their homes. So they can get jealous of us, say that we are too numerous, and then start to attack us, enslave us, and kill us. Every generation. So what does that gold represent? You know what it represents? It represents the oneness of the Holy of Holies that will be there once again when we become one. It's a sign for us. So thank your Muslim neighbor for putting it there. And then look at yourself in the mirror. And ask yourself, are you dedicating yourself to that oneness with your neighbor? So you can switch that gold into the gold of the Holy of Holies with the two baby-faced angels on top that will once again hug for eternity. Why? Because we will be one. That is all that is waiting for our redemption, our oneness. That's it. What, we can't conquer that? You kidding me? The Israeli army can't conquer that hill? They used to take our tombstones, the Jordanian savages, and turn them into walkways for that hotel. Savages! They used to shoot us in the head here. You don't think that we as the IDF could take that over in 10 seconds flat? Come on, grow up. We can't because we're not one. So why would God put a house of oneness in a place where his people don't represent that? He wouldn't. He would leave it exactly how it is. A place to store arms to kill our people. A place to pray for the destruction of Israel. A place that Haj Amin al-Husseini, that disgusting Nazi pig, his grandchildren still run that site. That's all. Unity, love. Unity. love, which is why I called the organization Unity Warriors, because unity is worth fighting for. That's it. Not much else is. Besides your family and your freedom and your honor and what you believe in your life, unity. Here we are over the Muslim quarter, which is obviously not the Muslim quarter. This is Jewish land, all of it, every single square centimeter of it. This is a place where I have had stones thrown at me multiple times, a place where I've seen people stabbed to death multiple times. But hey, let's give peace a chance. Right, sure. Because salam and shalom don't mean the same thing. Salam and peace don't mean the same thing. Get it out of your Western head. It doesn't mean peace, it means ownership and subjugation. All day, every day. Just beautiful. Let me go over here. Imagine King David had this. He didn't call it the Muslim quarter, did he? Nope, because this is David's home. This is David's home. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. Am Yisrael Chai. חייבים, זה שלו.
למי אתה מסריט?
זה לכל העולם בפייסבוק. ובלי שנאה, אני אוהב כולם. אני נותן...
באיזה מסגרת?
סתם. תסתכל, בן גולדשטיין.
בן גולדשטיין?
גולדשטיין, גולדשטיין. יאללה, ביי גייס. אחלה יום. Oh, it feels so good. It's freedom. It's freedom to speak your mind. It's freedom to be who you are. So go ahead and step out of your confines. Step out and do it. Or be like her, sitting in a trash bag, afraid of dishonoring her husband so he doesn't kill her. You don't think that happens? You know how much gear I've given to paramedics who have treated Muslim women who have been almost raped and beaten to death on their wedding night in Judea and Samaria? It's rampant. I'm gonna say, I'm Yisrael Chai, we ain't talking this crap. Where they come with knives to kill our warriors. No. This is where King David will come again. This is where King David will take out his sword. And this is where King David will make his edict and say, very simple, this is our land. This is our heritage. We welcome you to live in peace. Those that wish to wage war on us, just look in the book and see what I did to the Philistines in one day. Okay? And make up your mind if you want to continue. Again, live in peace. Live under the laws of Israel. Grow your family. Be a Muslim. Be a Christian. Be an atheist. Be gay. Be straight. Be whoever you are in your soul. But have love for this land and unity for it. And then it'll help you find the way to achieve that inner peace. It's not my words, just open the Bible. Who the heck am I? I'm not your priest. I'm not your mukhtar or something. I'm just a dude that gets it. And so do you. But you can't be afraid to say it. You can't be afraid to be a watchman on the wall. Ever. No matter if you are in Little Memphis, Tennessee, Dallas, Texas, Beverly Hills, California, Paris, France, doesn't matter where you are. Be a watchman or woman on the wall. Because your wall is wherever you are. It's whatever you're protecting, your family behind you, that's your wall. And they are going to need a tsunami of armor, spiritual armor, to protect them against what's coming, what's already here. Look around you, Wisconsin, Seattle, Portland. Look around you as Europe imports 10 million Islamic terrorists into their borders. Look around you as to what is being set up in this world. like dominoes. Where do you fit into it? Damascus Gate. Hold on, Claudia Goman. I don't normally throw anything on the ground in this land, but they're gonna see that, somebody's gonna step on it, and boy, are they gonna hate it. Yeehaw, as we say. Because they've been trying to destroy us for so many years. And then when we stand up and say anything, they try to shut you down and call you mean and cruel and racist and this and that, so you cry. Are you kidding me? Be a warrior. Look at your cousin or your uncle or your dad or your mom that was a Marine, a soldier, a sailor. Be a warrior. Joshua 1:9. Inscribe it on your eyelids. God, I love this land. How can this not bring out the total fire in you? All right, now I'm going back to Jaffa Gate. Let's see. All right, we're gonna hustle. Hey, can somebody tell me what time it is? Oh wait, I have another phone here. Oh, you know what? What a perfect spot to read. What do y'all say? Wouldn't that be amazing? Oh, cool, look at these guys. Say hello to them, 1 second. 1 second. You guys want to say anything to the beautiful warriors of Israel? They're right here, they're drinking a Coke. He said a bracha, amen. איזה תותח, חבל על הזמן. אנחנו פשוט אוהבים אתכם. וכל העולם מסתכלים, נוצרים, יהודים, מוסלמים, כולם, ורוצים להגיד לכם שלום, וזהו, כי אין תיירות עכשיו. אוהבים אתכם עם כל הלב, תודה רבה. Look at that, do your policemen say blessings on their Cokes? And if they don't, then hand them a Coke and say, brother, sister, let's say a blessing together on this Coke. Let's say a blessing together on this water. Yeah, blue lives matter, baby, but blue souls matter. And they are suffering. Show them the love. Stand up and get next to them and show them the love. Bring them cold drinks, bring them pizzas, give them gift certificates to your stores. Show them the love. Because when you need them, ooh, they simply won't be there anymore. You're back on.
You again.
No, bro, you're done. Toast! See, I don't think people realize how crazy I might really be. Oh, this is just gorgeous. Even this right here, hold on. Just gorgeous. I mean, look at that. Yerushalayim shel zahav. God, is it beautiful. Thank you, Hashem, for allowing me to live here. Thank you, Hashem, for allowing me to be alive during this time period. Thank you, Hashem, for allowing me to spread Torah from Zion, even though I'm a nothing. But thank you, Hashem, for providing me with all these brothers and sisters who stand up with me shoulder to shoulder for Israel. No matter who they are, no matter what they've been through in their life, doesn't matter. Because he and she who blesses will be blessed. That's it. But you gotta live it too. It's not enough to say you're a good person. Actions. Pick up the garbage in the street here in this land. You understand? Humble yourself. Know that you're being tested every single second. All right, let's see these beautiful children. Jewish children walking the ramparts of Jerusalem. Something that the exiles that left in chains 2,000 years ago would never have imagined. Jewish children on the wall. These are our future watchmen right here. And this is a nice dog. He's a watchman too. Shalom. Shalom. Saying shalom on the walls of Jerusalem. Hi. Slicha. Get a little closer. All right, here we go. Gotta hustle, Goldstein. Move! We gotta take over this town, baby! Woo! God, I wish I had a squad of Marines with me right now. And you know what I mean. Hoorah! 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 All right, we're hustling. I'm getting my exercise today. Stairmaster. If you want a 2,000-year exercise, whew. You know, I said I was 19 before. That was a lie. It's the only lie I've said the entire time. I'm actually 20. In the Italian hospital. There it is. Amazing. Mamma mia. I need meatballs. I need ravioli. Yeah, we're going backwards now. Oh, here we go. More watchmen's on the wall. More of our future. Right here, crossing.
This is the future. You see this and this together.
Guys, I want you to understand something. What you're witnessing right now here, this belongs to him. And his parents brought him here or made him here so he would receive all of it. God bless you guys.
Thank you.
I love that. This is our future. He's got a pistol. He's got his tzitzit. That's it, Gedalia. Come on, guys. Rootsofredemption.org. Show me you care. I mean it. Bless Israel with me. Just this week, I'm gonna put a video out soon. We gave out 2 combat vests to IDF officers who had to have theirs replaced. They had nobody else to turn to. We gave out 9 helmets this week to IDF officers who had to have their helmets replaced. They had nobody to turn to. We gave out 2 flashlights this week. We gave out 1 pair of Raptor combat trauma shears this week. We never stop because they never stop. And guess what else we've done? Hold on, I gotta catch my breath. Whoo! Yeah, I know, I'm heading back to the Jaffa Gate because I want to take a picture before the sun goes down. We've also, thank God, because of a few people, we've been able to change the lives of our residents by the Gaza border in multiple ways. Stay tuned because Friday, please God, I'm gonna be once again at the Gaza border fighting fires, and we're gonna present them with something incredible that will help to stop the spread of death and destruction and infiltration from Hamas to Israel. Very proud. All right. I wanted to run and get a picture from the other end. So listen, guys, I want to say thank you for being here with me. I can't go on too much longer because you've already seen all this. But thank you for loving Israel with me. God bless each and every one of you. Share this video with people who care about Israel and wake those up who are on the borderline. Those that hate Israel, those that hate you, those that hate everything you stand for. Stop wasting your time hugging them. Build your defenses against them. Learn how to attack those who are attacking you, and then learn how to support those who desire and deserve your support. It's that simple, but start with yourself, start with your family, and then branch outwards. Much love from beautiful Israel. I'm Yisrael Chai a million times.